Ladies and gentlemen, Vidyaniketan Group of Institutions welcomes you to yet another season of India Insight. Envisioned by Mrs. Prema Rajagopal, the founder of this institution, way back in 2004, the objective ever since has been to enhance the knowledge of India and appreciate the diverse culture of this nation. As our young children take part from various corners of the world, over the last couple of years in the digital avatar, this contest has reached over 20,000 students across 10 countries. We at the Vidyaniketan Group of Institutions truly appreciate and acknowledge the support and patronage given to us by all the participating schools, their teachers and managements. Before we begin, it is our pleasure and privilege to invite a well-known educator and a passionate teacher from the Vidyaniketan Group of Institutions, a teacher who has grown to become the principal of this institution. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Miss Vasuma Achar.
Dear viewers, heritage is legacy that transcends from one generation to another. It is not an easy endeavor to comprehend the enormous wisdom that exists manifold about a country. India Insight Quiz is one step towards bringing this wisdom to the students who are the beacons to a prosperous future. Srimati Prema Rajagopal, a great visionary and the backbone of our institution, gave great importance to values, culture, heritage, and ethics. Prema ma'am's qualities of leadership, integrity, and commitment towards education played a phenomenal role in not just imparting a means for living, but also a medium to foster critical thinking and instill values in generations to come. India Insight Quiz is a part of the dream envisaged by Prema ma'am to transform today's learners into architects of a promising future, because the future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of these dreams. Good luck to all the participants. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's my privilege to introduce our host for the day. Rashmi is currently Asia's only professional lady quiz host. An alumnus of the prestigious NITK Surathkal and IIM Calcutta, she has hosted close to 1,000 shows across India, Singapore, and several countries across the Middle East. She is the only woman to have been invited to host a quiz at Kuwait for the last 5 years. She was recognized by Business World as 40 under 40 as a personality from India to reckon with. She was the winner of the Quiz Host of the Year 2022 by SMX Leadership Summit. She's been part of this quiz for many years, as she has been part of several quizzes such as Tata Crucible, the Union Bank Quiz, the Rural IT Quiz, TCS Inquisitive, just to name a few. So ladies and gentlemen, it's time to get started. Time to welcome your host, Miss Rashmi Furtado.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the fourth semi-final of the India Insight Quiz in the senior category. We are getting closer to that last leg of the India Insight Quiz. After we identify the winner from this semi-final, we will be moving into the world finale of this quiz. We have already identified the first 3 finalists, and the winner from this semi-final will join them in that world finale, and then let's see who will be crowned the champion of India Insight Quiz for the senior category. India Insight as a platform, of course, is created by the Vidyaniketan Group of Institutions. It started as a quiz initially back in 2004 and then evolved into a platform with multiple contests for school children like drawing, a quiz, and a debate. And today we see participation from across multiple countries. I think it's over 11 countries that we see participation from as far as India Insight is concerned. I'm sure you all have watched the quarterfinals and seen their journey into the semi-final. But if you haven't, you must go back and watch the quarterfinals as well. They were extremely good and they have qualified now into the semi-final. So let's quickly get to know our semi-finalists here today and then move into the quiz. Our first semi-finalist for the day from the historic city of Udaipur representing the St. Anthony School is Monal Bhatia. Following her, representing Vadodara, the New Era Senior Secondary School, is Akriti. From the garden city of Bangalore, representing the National Hillview Public School, is Avantika. And completing our lineup here today, all the way from Oman, representing the Indian school Salala, is Zaina. There you go. They are our semi-finalists for the day. They know the rules very clearly. But let me quickly refresh your memory on the rules, ladies and gentlemen. Only the winner goes through from this semi-final into the world finale. I mentioned that already. Single attempt per question, and all the questions of the semi-final are on the buzzers. I have 4 rounds of quizzing for them here today. The formats differ from round to round. I will explain it as we get into the individual rounds of the semi-final. And they are aware of the buzzer rules, so I won't get into that. Let's get started with the semi-final here today, the first round. India at a glance. Here we go. All right. So in this round, you would have images coming up on your screen and corresponding questions from me. Choose wisely on where you want to press that buzzer, because the moment you press your buzzer, you're indicating to me that you already know the answer, and I stop reading the question. Your scoring pattern is going to be plus 50, minus 50, all through the quiz. Okay? So good luck to all of you. Let's get started with the semi-final, ladies and gentlemen. The first question of the semi-final and of this round coming up on your screen. After whom is this memorial named? Zaina, quick on the buzzer, go ahead.
Swami Vivekananda.
Swami Vivekananda is absolutely right. The rock memorial at Kanyakumari named after him, plus 50 to Zaina. Let's move on to question number 2. Identify this business leader. Or identify this shark. Go ahead, Zaina.
Ghazal Alak, she is one of the co-founders of Mama Earth.
Something for all of us girls to be proud of. Considering it's an all-girls semi-final, I thought it's apt to have a question like this. It's a proud moment for us Indians as well. Plus 50 to Zaina. Absolutely right. Ghazal Alak is what I was looking for. Moving on to question number 3. Name the famous writer who was also a lovely painter. Zaina, go ahead.
I think it's Rabindranath Tagore.
All right. Looks like she has a question mark towards the end of that answer, but she need not worry. Rabindranath Tagore is absolutely right. She gets another plus 50 on that. Zaina doing well here today. Let's move on to the next question. Identify this great Indian who has an internationally renowned. Go ahead, Zaina.
He is Udupi Ramachandra Rao.
Or better known as Professor U.R. Rao. That was also good enough. I'm happy that you know his entire name. Plus 50 to you. He's an internationally renowned space scientist from our country, Professor U.R. Rao. Zaina getting plus 50 on that. The last one from this round. She was among India's first women teachers. Akriti, go ahead.
She's Savitri Bai Phule.
Plus 50. Very good answer by Akriti, plus 50 on that. This is, of course, a statue of Savitri Bai Phule, first lady teacher of our country. Let's move on, ladies and gentlemen. We've completed the first round of our semi-final here today. It's moving along very quickly. I know, I get that. The pace is really fast. Let's get to know what the score is, and then we will move on to the next round of our semi-final. The score, ladies and gentlemen, on your screen. Zaina has got 4 answers right, and she's on 200 points. Akriti on 50 points. Avantika and Monal yet to score. It's only the first round. I don't think I would want to comment on the scores right now. Let's continue with this quiz and then see where all of them stand. Let's move on to the next round of our quiz, Incredible India. Here we go. Images coming up on your screen and corresponding questions from me. The scoring pattern is also the same, and so are your buzzer rules. The first question, identify this Harvard alumnus who was also... Zaina, go ahead.
P. Chidambaram.
He was also a former finance minister. P. Chidambaram is absolutely right. Plus 50 to Zaina. Moving on. Question number 2. Identify this monument from Lucknow. A monument from Lucknow? You would know the name for sure. Oh, no one going on the buzzer. Oh, Akriti, too late. I just said no one going on the buzzer. You can try, but no points. Go ahead.
Ma'am, is it Chota Imambara?
It is indeed Chota Imambara. You have to press the buzzer faster. You have about 3 to 4 seconds to press that buzzer, beyond which your time will lapse. Chota Imambara. We actually know Bada Imambara better, but this is the Chota Imambara from Lucknow. Let's move on to question number 3. Who is this saxophone player? Go ahead, Avantika.
MEG?
Repeat your answer, please.
Is it Kenny G?
Minus 50 on that. It's an India quiz, Avantika. That was a very bad miss there. India Inside is all about India. Why would I ask you about Kenny G? Even if I would ask with an India connect. Unless there is anything like that, I would never ask about anyone who does not belong to India. Minus 50 on that. It often happens, they get carried away and they get so involved in the quiz that they forget about the context. It happens sometimes, but I'm sure Avantika will recover from that negative. The right answer, ladies and gentlemen, is Kadri Gopal Nath. He is one of the pioneers of Carnatic music for the saxophone. That is one of his major contributions towards music. Kadri Gopal Nath is what I was looking for. A tough one for our semi-finalists here today. Let's move on to the next one. This corporation is a part of which Indian giant? Zaina, go ahead.
ISRO.
ISRO is absolutely right. Antrix, which is basically Antriksh, is a part of ISRO. Getting plus 50 on that is Zaina. Was that an O moment for you as well, Zaina? All right.
I never knew it was Antriksh. I just knew it as Antriksh.
Yeah, in English we say Antrix, but yes, Antriksh became Antrix and ISRO is absolutely right. So let's move on. The last one in this round. This is the tomb of which Mughal emperor? Be careful with your answer. Zaina, go ahead.
Akbar.
Akbar is absolutely right. Plus 50 on that. All right, she gets another plus 50. Let's take a quick look at the score, ladies and gentlemen. We are halfway through into this semi-final. Scores. All right. Avantika has to recover from that minus 50 that she got in the previous round. Akriti on 50. Monal is yet to score. She's on nil, but if you ask me, that's a good place to be. She only has to move into the positive. She doesn't have to work extra hard to negate a minus score that she would have otherwise. Zaina is leading with 350 points. She's doing very well here today. So she is on 350 points already. Time for us to move into the next round, ladies and gentlemen. Coming up is India in a word. Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, you have been watching the fourth semi-final of the India Inside Quiz for the senior category, brought to you by the Vidyaniketan group of institutions. Don't go by the scores, ladies and gentlemen. While Zaina is doing extremely well, the other three are also very good quizzers. We have quizzed with them on multiple occasions. They're really good. Sometimes it's not your day. Let's just hope that's not the case for them here today. Let's move on to this round. In this round, you will have images or text clues appearing on your screen and corresponding questions from me. Along with the clues on your screen, you will have boxes or blocks that will appear. These boxes indicate the number of letters in your answer. I would request all of you to not get carried away only by the clue on your screen and have one look at the number of blocks on your screen. Quizzers sometimes get so excited with certain visuals that they give answers which do not fit into the blocks, and that will not fetch them a positive score. So keep that in your mind when you take a look at the questions. Let's start with this round. The first question coming up on your screen. Identify the Indian after whom an award is named. Zaina, go ahead.
Dada Saheb Phalke, the father of Indian cinema.
Dada Saheb Phalke is absolutely right. Plus 50 to you. This was a Google Doodle commemorating his contributions and what he did for the film industry. And of course, we all know about the Dada Saheb Phalke award. This is Dada Saheb Phalke. All right, Zaina getting 50 points on that. Let's continue. Question number 2. Identify the musical instrument. Monal, go ahead.
Sarod.
Sarod is absolutely right. Monal getting a plus 50 on that. Even if you don't know what a sarod looks like, if you can work out with the number of blocks on your screen, it is possible for you to crack such questions. Monal, I'm sure, already is aware of what a sarod looks like. Plus 50 on that to her. Let's move on to question number 3. What is this doodle celebrating? Zaina, go ahead.
Pani Puri.
Pani Puri, one of the items, food items, savory food items that all of us enjoy in our country. Pani Puri is what Google celebrated with this doodle on your screen. Plus 50 to Zaina on Pani Puri. Well, I don't think you ever thought you would have a question on Pani Puri on India Inside, but Zaina gets that right and gets 50 points. Let's move on. The fourth question of this round. Coming up on your screen, he played a key role in India's victory in the 1983. Go ahead.
Mohinder Amarnath.
Mohinder Amarnath is absolutely right. Plus 50. Good quality answer by Zaina there. Getting another plus 50. The last one in this round. Coming up on your screen. Who is this well-known Indian writer? Zaina, go ahead.
Kiran Desai.
Kiran Desai, The Inheritance of Loss, Emblems of Transformation and other books. Kiran Desai giving her a plus 50. Ladies and gentlemen, one last round to go. Let's take a quick look at the score. All right, scores coming up on your screen. Zaina leading with 550 points. Avantika has not yet recovered from that minus 50. She has to work harder. Monal and Akriti both on 50 points. It's not that the rest of them don't know the answers. Zaina is a little faster on the buzzer. She probably practices more, I don't know. But she's faster on the buzzer is why she's able to give those answers the way she is. Nevertheless, let's not take anything away from her performance here today. Let's move on to the last round of this quiz, India Inspired. Here we go. The last round of the semi-final, ladies and gentlemen, after which we will know the winner who will qualify into that world finale. 5 questions in this round, nothing appearing on your screen. You have to listen to what I have to say. I'm the only one who can give you any clues. So figure out when you want to press that buzzer, because the moment you do, I stop reading out the question. Okay? Rest of the rules are all the same. So let's get started with the first question. Here we go. Why I Am a Hindu is authored by a maestro of English. Zaina, go ahead.
Shashi Tharoor.
Dr. Shashi Tharoor giving her another plus 50. Absolutely right. She gets that right. Let's move on. Question number 2. He was awarded the Padma Bhushan and the Padma Vibhushan. He is Hari in the Shiv Hari duo who created great music. Go ahead, Zaina.
Hariprasad Chaurasya, the flutist.
Pandit Hari Prasad Chaurasya giving her another plus 50. Amazing performance by Zaina here today. Let's move on. Question number 3. Sift Kaur Samra gave India first individual gold at Asian Games 2023. Akriti, go ahead.
Shooting.
Shooting is absolutely right. Very good answer by Akriti there. She gets a plus 50. We often know the names of our athletes, and if they won a gold, silver or bronze, we don't always recall the events that they take part in, the sport they take part in. Akriti gets that right with shooting. The penultimate question of the semi-final, here we go. Which silk saris known for their intricate weaving are produced in Varanasi, Uttar Pradesh and have a GI tag? It's not that difficult. Avantika, go ahead.
Banarsi silk sarees?
The Banarasi silk sarees is absolutely right. Avantika worked that out well. Plus 50 on that to her. The last question of the semi-final. Here we go. Majuli is the largest river island in the world. Akriti, go ahead.
It's in Assam.
Plus 50. Absolutely right. All I wanted to know was the state in which it is located. Plus 50 to Akriti on that. Ladies and gentlemen, time for us to take a look at that final tally. All right, coming up on your screen with 650 points, Zaina Fatima from Indian School Salala, Oman, winning this semi-final and qualifying to that world finale of India Inside Quiz in the senior category. Of course, we have Monal on 50 points, Akriti on 150, and Avantika recovered from that negative that she took early on. Like I said, all of them are good quizzes. They probably need to ask Zaina what her secret is on how she's pressing those buzzers that fast, or maybe just practice a little harder. So ladies and gentlemen, you don't go anywhere. Time for us to move into that big world finale that's coming up and identify who will be crowned the champion of India Inside Quiz for the senior category. You don't go anywhere and join us in the world finale.